Welcome, everyone. Ooh, nice deep breath in, roll the shoulders. We are about to kick off our journey into the Aquarian age. Wow, what a journey it has been. What a journey it will continue to be. I'm going to preface this with today's meditation was inspired by Kai Pacha and the Pele report for last Wednesday. So a week ago today, a lot of inspiration came for what we're going to be up to today from that. And I share that because if you are interested in connecting deeper to what's really on the surface and here for us in terms of how to harness what's being called for and called up as we harness this transition into the Aquarian age. There's some great wisdom in that Paley report, again, last Wednesday's. With that being said, we are going to harness the energy that was spoken about, not only in that Paley report, but also building upon what we were calling in yesterday through Odin and the spear and just connecting to the masculine, the true essence of the masculine. So, who's ready? I know I am. Here we go. Closing your eyes, go ahead, rub your hands together, build that fire energy. Nice deep breath and a nice, even bigger exhale. Shaking the hands out, and let's do it again. Nice deep breath in. Breathing in the last not only 20 years from Pluto with where Pluto was, but also the full cycle of completion and end and new age and new era. As you exhale out, breathing it all out, knowing that the current archetypes we work off of, the way we perceive and receive the world, was all built in large part by the coming together of these different ideas and energies that presented themselves over the last 250 some odd years and beyond that. As we head into the Aquarian era, it really is thousands of years we're speaking to. And knowing that our cells, our bones, our DNA has all been molded and shaped as a result of the expression molded from within, right? And shaped from within as an expression of the energies that have been moving through the physical matter and form. So as you take a breath in today, breathing in all of that molding of light and energy and sending your consciousness up to the sun as we do our light link beginning today. And just feeling the sun rising inside of you, feeling the sun rising within you, as though you're drawing the sun in and through your belly, that inner flame up. And it's as though as it rises within you and you send your mind and your consciousness to the heavens, you suddenly see the sun appear in the sky. And much like stepping outside, as I always say, for the first time in the day, with the sun brilliantly illuminating your mind's eye and your vision, blinding you out, actually, your external vision. Today, we feel that illumination roaring and surging within each of our hearts. See if you can't turn the volume up and perceive it to be louder than the force of the sun that we see when we imagine stepping outside, and just hold this field for a moment. Beautiful. As we enter a new era and a new epoch, a new paradigm, as we enter the Aquarian age, which according to astrology, officially, we've been in it, right? And we've been in the cusp of transition, and we will continue to be But the marker, the definitive point, Pluto was going back and forth between Aquarius and Capricorn over five times. It danced back and forth. So a lot of, hey, here's a taste and back out. And hey, here's a taste and back out. Did you clean it up yet? Nope, go back. Whew. It is made for an interesting couple of years, that is for sure. So again, allowing this light to rise. Pluto being the planet of evolution, throwing the bombs so that we can unearth and make the old new, evolving. But it does not evolve by us putting exclusively our will and our focus onto the matter and saying, I am going to spiritualize that, and we bring the force of the light down. What we have learned is that it evolves from raising the light within us. And in so doing, we bring spirit up and through us, through our heart, through our energy, allowing it to percolate into the cells, into the bones. Continue to hold this sun in your heart, because we've also learned new about the masculine and the feminine. We've learned that the force of willpower is not the hammer or the axe that gets drawn down or thrown down or against the force of resistance. It is the force of light and willpower of the divine that rises within us. And that is going to be the nature of our meditation today. We are going to meta willpower and the willpower of the divine, for it is the force of our willpower that in turn determines our worth. How much of a stand are we willing to take for what we feel and know to be truths inside? And we know through the feminine that it is less about the external action and more about how much harmony and peace and clarity can we create, coherence within, between what this force is seeking and the conflict we feel rising up within ourselves against it. So as we shift to the earth, and as we shift to the layers of our physical body in our light link, go ahead and hold the physicality of your being and who you are for just a moment. Go ahead and hold it. Breathing in and out. Let yourself feel the spirit move through you through your breath. Let yourself feel the heaviness and the weight of your body, matter, energy expressed as matter. And let yourself begin to feel the burning of that flame within you. For we are in and have come through a full moon that demands we honor our values, that demands we honor and nurture what we care most about. It is a very earth-based energy. So as we cycle our breath in this moment, what has risen as the force that you choose to focus on? How have you nurtured yourself? What in the last several months have you been creating the space for, allowing for, as you breathe in and out, feeling this expansion, feeling what is seated and been seated now sparking to life as it meets this flame of the sun burning within your heart. The gift of the masculine is willpower. The gift of this new paradigm is the willpower of the divine, the willpower of the collective, and the understanding that it is not about mind over matter or even spirit over matter. It is not about forcing the matter and going after the thing hard enough and fast enough and grinding, creating that force we call grit within ourselves that spiritualizes the situation. It's not about praying and mantraing enough. It is simply about embracing our feminine attributes, this beautiful vessel that is our body, and carving out enough space within our hearts to allow for the divine's intention and light to have room and have a voice, have a seat at the table. To allow for that voice to rise in all matter that surrounds us, all density that surrounds us. And so there is a stone within our hearts that represents this seed, and it is molten, right? As we allow it to transform and evolve. The spear, the symbol from Odin that we are left with. We know Odin died by falling on his spear in order to come to know the underworld, the midnight flame, the feminine. And truly what was happening and transpiring in that story was Odin was falling upon that spear to kill the way of being and the way in which his memories served and his thoughts served, because they too were caught at a certain level in paradigm that did not understand the feminine. And so my gift and invitation to you as we allow spirit and this voice of the masculine to move through us, to begin to seed and prepare the new paradigm, is to take that spear with its tip forged in stone, and in your heart allow its tip to melt down into molten form. And in turn, begin to feel a new spear point forming from the old within your heart. And in turn, as you hold this field and this space, feel that willpower of the divine rising up and becoming the tip of the arrow for the new spear of intention. Where will you guide your focus? Your willpower is your might and your value and your worth. Your willpower is your ultimate spiritual weapon. And as Kaipacha says in his podcast, its undeviating use is that certification of your individual worth. So as you feel this spear, this new tip coming into form, let yourself be focused. Let yourself be selfish. For in your selfishness, you weed out and flush out all of the other distractions, all of the other voices, and you prioritize that fire and that flame of spirit that is burning within you. It is a new navigational beacon. The arrow is also, we find it also on the compass, pointing us to true north, pointing us to our true node within our chart. So feeling yourself now as you synchronize with the wheel of life, as you synchronize with this spear that is the arrow that sits upon the compass, 1 degree off, can extrapolate out over space and time to an infinitely different landing point. Focus in, be selfish, let spirit move through you, let this light forge your willpower, let your undeviating focus determine your worth, and let this field of energy and light guide you to meeting your most basic of your challenges. And then prepare to go for it, to begin to set out on the path, to harness a new reality, a new future, a new paradigm, a new destiny based upon your collaborative will and intention and effort with you and the divine moving and rolling through you. Let your mind become singularly focused on this energy and this fire and this force within. Let yourself, in this moment now, as we begin to prepare to conclude our meditation, harness this light. And as you do, feeling the spear taking form now in your hand, feeling a prayer rising, your intention and your focus, your will for creation rising to the surface. And as you prepare to throw that spear down the path that you will follow, let that prayer and that intention be sent with it. Breathing in and out. Licking the lips, relaxing the jaw, allowing that prayer to rise. And 3, 2, and 1. Sending that spear out through the dimensions, forging the new path of light through which you will walk in this lifetime, for which you will naturally be guided upon new ideas, new means of observing, manifesting into form as you allow this energy to flow through you. Wiggling the toes, wiggling the fingers, rolling the wrists, rolling the shoulders. And now from that beautiful room of all white light, allowing this path to unfold and taking your first step. Tomorrow, manifest today. Go out there, go get it, call it in, get clear, let that voice rise within you. Give yourself the permission to listen, to follow, to clear out all the other bullshit, to not listen to the voices that compete and conflict. For this is the feminine's job, right? To organize, to harmonize within us all of those voices so that they come together and create one beautiful symphony of light, following that path of the spear. allowing a smile to grace your lips. And as we come back into your bodies, what I want you to think about is in a moment, you're about to place both your feet on the floor and rise from wherever you are. And before you take the first step, I want you to close your eyes again and pause. And with intention, from wherever you are standing, having just risen from this meditation, I want you to powerfully step forward, right foot first, into your destiny. Taking a nice deep breath in, again, rolling the shoulders, letting this energy just land in you. You make your way back into the room, into the moment. I will leave you all here. May your meditation continue in these first steps and in all your steps in all days to come.